Hi everyone, it's Chi. Okay, so today I want to share a really important message with you. Really important. This is probably the most important message I have ever shared. Let's tune in, take a few breaths together before we start. You hear my crows? They're my animal totem. They're always in the background, and sometimes they'll fly in front of me. Sometimes I have dreams about crows. They represent to me transformation, a dying of the old and a birthing of the new. Yeah, beautiful animals, crows. I love animals. Anyways, back to the message I was about to share with you. When I began my inner journey last year to clear all the density in my body, to become more wholly the divine human that I came here to be, I discovered as I was going deeper and deeper within myself to find out where the blocks were that was causing my dis-ease within me and preventing me from connecting fully, to my source of creativity, my energy, my divine essence, right? To fully embody that. And as I dug deeper, my subconscious mind kept giving me these blocks to clear. Like I had fear of the unknown. I had to clear that. I had a lot of unworthiness issues that I had to clear. I had to, clear fear of judgment from others, and fear of being vulnerable, fear of expressing unconditional love, where you're just putting yourself out there and sharing from the heart and not really having any expectations of anything being returned, right? So I had to overcome all the fears to allow me to express myself fully and be more authentically me. So as I dug deeper, my subconscious mind finally pulled up the biggest block. I mean, it was like the mother lode of blocks, and it showed it to me. And it was such a big block that it's showing to me, and it showed it to me in so many layers, in so many ways, because it was such a jarbled, it was like literally the source of my suffering, right? So it was kind of a good, like, it was like diffusing a nuclear bomb without clear, precise instructions. So you're just kind of like feeling into this nasty, this like the evil within that creates your suffering, right? And you're just trying to dissolve it slowly with honor and patience and self-love, right? Because it took a long time for it took a lot of suffering for this ball of hate to form within me. And so diffusing it, it's a delicate process, right? But what's very interesting is the whole process. It even digged so deep within me that my subconscious mind was able to disclose and remove, like open the closet door and show me that within me was a deep-seated hate. And this hate was directed towards God. Inside of me, I hated God. And that was the source of my distortion. It was the source of my dis-ease. It was part of me was this angelic being who was waking up to a brand new reality that it was safe to be an angelic being. Finally, right? But then part of me was also this evil hate towards God that was pulling down, weighing down this angelic being, trying to ascend, right? So I had to dissolve this hate towards God that built up over many, many incarnations of suffering on earth, of getting my light slammed, getting my light kind of shut down by all the nastiness that's going on here, and then over time buying into the collective unconscious beliefs, that God doesn't exist on earth, or God doesn't care about people on earth. That's why all the suffering is allowed to be rampant, and atrocities are happening everywhere because God has just given us free will, and his children free will, even though some of his children are prone to misbehavior and manipulation and desire to hurt and control others. It's okay. They're given free will just like everyone else. I mean, this is such a impersonal, indiscriminate, almost random system, that subjects the innocent to be victimized by perpetrators, right? So all this crazy stuff happening on 3D Earth made me, over time, as I shut down my light and kind of become more programmed by collective unconscious, I became more disillusioned and cynical and more, I would have to say, left brain, right? Because we're very left brain dominant in our 3D Earth society, right? Relying on the senses, no longer relying on the ethereal realm, because obviously, what has that done for us? We're still suffering, right? So all of that just built up over time and created huge blocks within me that created this dis-ease, because as much as the angelic side of me wanted to heal and move on, that darker side of me was not having it. It was not having it. It was not going to allow God to just come in and save the day after God has been asleep at the wheel for so many eons, letting us suffer, right? So that is the mentality. Maybe you relate to it. I wouldn't be surprised if deep down we all relate to this, okay? Because remember, I thought I loved God, okay? But deep down, there was love and hate, okay? And so working through that, I realized that I had to take some responsibility in my creations, and that as a child of God, I could have chosen, not to buy into the collective consciousness. Even though the lure was great, you're just a pinpoint of light, and you're surrounded by massive amounts of dark energy. It's really hard to keep the light burning, right? Okay, until now, now it's the time, there's light all around us, right? Now it's the time to join in the light and forgive the past, right? And let go of that self-hate. Because obviously, if you hate God, you hate yourself. What do you think you are? But an extension of God. You are the consciousness that all of this exists in, right? So deep within us, we have this self-hate that is directed at God because we feel separate from God, right? So God is somehow separate, right? But the ultimate reality is you cannot ever separate from God, right? And if you choose to hate God, it can only create dis-ease within you, right? Which could make you hate God more, right? It could make you say, God, why am I not allowed to hate you without me suffering? That could create more hate, right? You see how insidious this is, it's got to stop. You have got to take a stand for love and end the cycle of hate. Okay? You'll never, with your rational fishbowl mind, be able to explain and fully understand the mysteries of creation. But you could perhaps allow creation to express without judging how it expresses. Just try that, right? Right? Remember, insanity is trying to do the same thing and expecting things to get better, right? So just stop doing what you've been doing, relax, flow, and allow the universe to unfold in your life without judging it, without clinging on to how things should be, or playing the what-if games with your beautiful human mind, right? And then learn to love yourself. Because in loving yourself, you will come to the point where hate cannot exist within you. That's when your subconscious mind will display to you every block that is not in alignment with love. And that's when you'll start to heal. Okay, that's my message for today. Thank you for allowing me to share this with you. Until next time, I love you, and I honor you in your journey. Namaste.